take my words, my image, my ideas, and twist them to feed your fear and inflate your ego. If you profit off of my name while calling me a liar, then be prepared to stand behind your accusations.
Jokes with a real and in my real face on real camera. Understand I'm...
Because here's the whole thing. You gonna charge me with child endangerment? After I adopted 7 children and had them for 14 years in this state? Really? You coming after my kids now? Because it was already a witch hunt. Now you want my babies?
It's Katt Williams that taught me how to be Jaguar, right? And he picked up the phone, and it was the fucking CEO of fucking Comedy Central. And I listened to him threaten to kill him. He said, I'm not doing this. And then that's when all the incidents started happening.
The hip-hop and entertainment world is on edge after Terrence Howard dropped a bombshell about Katt Williams. Fans everywhere are asking the same question. Why does Terrence Howard believe Katt Williams' life could be in serious danger? This isn't just another celebrity rumor. It's a shocking revelation from one of Hollywood's most respected figures, and the implications are sending shockwaves across social media. According to insiders, Terrence Howard didn't hold back. His words were calculated, deliberate, and heavy with meaning, leaving fans and critics alike questioning the safety, decisions, and surroundings of Katt Williams. The tension in Howard's statements was palpable. Every pause, every inflection, and every carefully chosen phrase hinted at something far bigger than the headlines suggest. Social media immediately exploded. Clips of Howard's comments were dissected frame by frame. Reaction videos flooded YouTube and TikTok as fans tried to piece together exactly what could happen next. Speculation ran wild. Is this a warning, a plea, or a call to action? And the most shocking part? Terrence Howard hinted that the danger isn't coming from jokes, fame, or rivalry alone. It's something deeper, something that could have life-altering consequences. Everyone wants answers. What does this mean for Katt Williams? Is this a real threat or a warning to those who underestimate him? As the story unfolds, the tension grows and fans are left on the edge of their seats, waiting for the next revelation that could change everything. The world stopped for a moment when Terrence Howard opened up about Katt Williams, leaving fans in disbelief. What started as a casual conversation quickly turned into a revelation so intense, it left the entertainment world buzzing with shock and curiosity. Howard didn't just hint at danger, he painted a picture that was alarming, serious, and impossible to ignore. According to sources close to the situation, Howard's comments weren't made lightly. Every word was deliberate, carrying weight that hinted at threats and situations that go beyond the usual challenges faced by a comedian or celebrity. Fans immediately speculated. Is this about rivals, missteps in the industry, or something far more personal and dangerous? The uncertainty only fueled the conversation as social media exploded with theories, reactions, and heated debates. The tension surrounding Katt Williams has been building for months. Known for his outspoken personality, sharp wit, and fearless commentary, Williams has never shied away from controversy. But Terrence Howard's warning brought a new level of seriousness to the story. It suggested that the stakes were higher than anyone realized, and that even someone as seasoned and resilient as Katt Williams could face threats he wasn't prepared for. Fans immediately turned to social media to dissect Howard's statements. Clips of his interview were analyzed frame by frame, every word replayed, every pause scrutinized. Reaction videos flooded YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, with creators speculating about potential scenarios and risks. Some argued it was a warning about industry rivals, others suggested it could involve personal disputes, while a few feared that real, tangible danger might be lurking behind the scenes. Inside Hollywood circles, whispers began spreading. Those close to both Howard and Williams revealed that the actor's statements reflected concern that went beyond casual gossip. Howard, a man known for his intelligence, insight, and careful public persona, rarely makes comments like this without serious reasoning. His warning was more than alarming, it was a call for fans and peers alike to pay attention. The gravity of the situation became even clearer when insiders explained that Howard's concerns weren't just hypothetical. In his words, Katt has people around him, but even the strongest protection can't foresee everything. That line alone sent chills through fans. It wasn't cryptic, it was direct, suggesting that someone's life could actually be in jeopardy if caution isn't exercised. As the story spread, fans debated endlessly. Could this be tied to past altercations or long-standing rivalries? Or was it an entirely new threat emerging from unexpected corners of the entertainment world? Memes and reaction clips couldn't contain the suspense. Every time someone reshared Howard's warning, the story gained more traction. The drama wasn't just online, it became a cultural moment, capturing attention across platforms and demographics. For Katt Williams, this revelation added another layer to an already complex public persona. Known for his fearless approach and ability to turn controversy into comedy, he suddenly found himself at the center of a real-world narrative that fans could barely believe. The juxtaposition was stark. A comedian famous for jokes and sharp social commentary now faced a situation serious enough that Terrence Howard publicly expressed concern. The internet's reaction was immediate and intense. Hashtags related to Katt Williams and Terrence Howard trended across Twitter and Instagram. TikTok creators posted reaction compilations, slowing down Howard's words, analyzing tone, body language, and intent. YouTube commentators created long-form videos breaking down the implications, speculating about potential threats, and even analyzing past events for connections. The story had gone viral, not just for celebrity gossip, but because of the sheer gravity implied by Howard's statements. Industry insiders reported that Katt Williams' team was taking precautions behind the scenes. Security measures were reportedly reviewed, schedules adjusted, and access to certain events limited. While Williams himself had not publicly responded to Howard's warning at the time, the ripple effect of concern was already evident. Fans knew that something serious was brewing, and the anticipation for his response only intensified. Terrence Howard's revelation also sparked debate about the responsibilities of celebrities when warning the public. Was Howard simply sharing concern for a friend? Or was it a calculated move to alert fans and the industry that danger exists in ways most people don't expect? The ambiguity added to the drama, keeping the story alive and compelling. Every day brought new posts, new speculations, and new angles, making the situation feel like a slowly unfolding thriller. Even the media picked up the story in full force. Headlines ranged from Terrence Howard warns about Katt Williams' safety to Is Katt Williams in real danger? Podcasts, interviews, and opinion pieces dissected the potential risks, analyzing Howard's words for insight. The discussion became not just about celebrity news, but about real-life stakes in a world where fame can bring unforeseen dangers. By the end of the first week after Howard's revelation, the story had become more than a rumor. It was a narrative of suspense, concern, and intense curiosity. Fans were not just asking questions, they were following the story like a high-stakes drama, waiting for answers that could redefine how Katt Williams is perceived in both the entertainment world and the public eye. And through it all, one thing was clear: Terrence Howard's warning wasn't empty words. It was a serious, deliberate, and shocking statement that forced fans to reconsider what they thought they knew about the safety and vulnerability of public figures, even ones as seemingly untouchable as Katt Williams. The tension, fear, and intrigue surrounding the story were only just beginning to unfold. After fans dissected every frame of Howard's interview, clips were slowed down frame by frame, analyzed for tone, body language, and facial expressions. Reaction videos flooded YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, with creators speculating on the exact nature of the threat. Some argued it stemmed from past altercations in Williams' career, while others believed it involved personal disputes hidden from the public eye. Every theory seemed more plausible than the last, keeping the story alive and escalating the suspense. Industry insiders hinted that Katt Williams' team was already taking precautions. Security protocols were reportedly reviewed, travel plans were adjusted, and private consultations were held to assess potential risks. Though Williams himself hadn't issued a public response, the ripple effect of concern was evident. Fans speculated endlessly. Would he address the situation head-on? Would he retreat from the public eye temporarily? Or was this part of a larger strategy that only he and his close circle understood? Meanwhile, the media picked up the narrative and amplified it. Podcasts debated Howard's warning, analyzing its implications with almost forensic precision. Entertainment journalists weighed in, creating long-form articles discussing celebrity safety, the pressures of fame, and the subtle dangers that public figures face behind the scenes. It wasn't just a story about comedy or music anymore. It was a tense, unfolding drama that blurred the lines between celebrity culture and real-world danger. The reaction wasn't limited to fans or media. Fellow celebrities began weighing in subtly, sharing cryptic messages on social media, showing support, or expressing concern. Some celebrities even called for caution, urging fans and the public to respect boundaries while acknowledging that Williams' situation might be serious. Every interaction only added layers to the tension, creating a complex web of speculation, fear, and curiosity. Terrence Howard's deliberate choice of words continued to dominate discussions. Fans noted how carefully he spoke, not exaggerating, not sensationalizing, but still conveying a sense of urgency and danger. The gravity of his tone suggested that the threat wasn't hypothetical. The subtle pauses, the emphasis on life and danger, and the almost hushed delivery of his warning implied that those close to Williams needed to pay attention immediately. The story escalated further when insiders hinted at the possible sources of the threat. While no names were publicly confirmed, speculation ranged from rival entertainers, industry politics, to deeply personal disputes. Each new rumor fueled social media conversations, and fan forums were flooded with debates over what could realistically happen next. Clips of Howard's warning were shared and reshared thousands of times, turning his statement into a viral phenomenon overnight. The tension extended to Katt Williams' appearances in public. Fans began analyzing videos, interviews, and performances for signs of concern or caution. Subtle gestures, expressions, or changes in behavior were dissected for clues, creating a sense of ongoing suspense. Every time Williams stepped onto a stage or into a camera, viewers couldn't help but wonder, is he aware of the danger Howard warned about? Is he taking precautions, or is he walking straight into potential harm? Even entertainment analysts were captivated. They began discussing the situation not just in terms of celebrity news, but in terms of influence, risk, and perception. Howard's warning was more than a headline. It became a case study in how public figures navigate threats while maintaining careers and personal safety. The story highlighted a harsh reality. Celebrity status doesn't shield anyone from danger, and even seasoned entertainers can face risks that most of the world doesn't see. As the days passed, the conversation became more urgent. Fans speculated about whether Williams would respond publicly, what his next steps might be, and how the situation could evolve. Every minor update was treated as breaking news, with viewers eagerly waiting for any hint that could explain Howard's warning. Social media buzzed with speculation, memes, and fan theories, keeping the drama alive and constantly evolving. What made this saga truly shocking was the combination of credibility and suspense. Terrence Howard is respected in Hollywood for his insight and thoughtful commentary. When someone of his stature expresses concern, it's taken seriously. At the same time, the lack of concrete details added tension. Fans didn't know the exact nature of the threat, and that uncertainty made every rumor, every statement, and every appearance by Williams feel like part of a high-stakes thriller. By the end of this chapter, the story had become more than a celebrity warning. It was a cultural phenomenon. Social media discussions, entertainment news, and fan engagement created a narrative that blurred reality and speculation. People weren't just reacting, they were emotionally invested, analyzing each development as if it could happen to someone they knew personally. The suspense reached another level when insiders revealed that Williams' circle was taking the situation extremely seriously. Meetings with security teams, travel advisories, and private consultations suggested that the warning wasn't just words, it was actionable intelligence. Fans realized that this wasn't just drama for attention, it was a real-world scenario that could impact Williams' safety and career. And while the world waited, Terrence Howard remained a figure of concern and credibility. His warning had set the stage for ongoing tension and suspense, forcing everyone, from fans to media to peers, to stay alert, follow developments closely, and consider the real stakes involved. The story had evolved from shocking revelation to high-stakes drama, leaving everyone wondering what happens next for Katt Williams and who, if anyone, will act on Howard's warning. The narrative continued to unfold like a thriller, with every new clip, post, or insider tip adding tension and intrigue. Fans were left on the edge of their seats, anticipating the next move, the next revelation, and the next dramatic moment in this unfolding saga. It wasn't just entertainment anymore. It was a real, suspenseful story that captivated an entire culture, making the world watch closely and wait with bated breath. The tension surrounding Katt Williams reached an unprecedented level. After Terrence Howard's explosive revelation, fans, media, and industry insiders alike were on edge, waiting for the next chapter to unfold. Every appearance by Williams became a focal point for speculation. Every subtle gesture, every look, every social media post was dissected, debated, and amplified across the globe. The entire saga had turned into a cultural moment, a real-life thriller playing out before the eyes of millions. Despite the fear and speculation, Williams didn't retreat. In fact, sources close to him revealed that he had been meticulously planning his next steps. He wasn't acting recklessly, but his presence remained bold, intentional, and calculated. Fans noted that his interviews, stand-up appearances, and public engagements carried a tone of controlled defiance. Williams' strategy seemed clear. Media coverage continued to escalate. Major outlets published deep-dive analyses into Howard's statements, examining the possible motivations, potential sources of danger, and the broader implications for celebrity safety. Analysts debated whether the warning reflected personal disputes, industry politics, or hidden threats, but one thing was undeniable: Terrence Howard's concern added credibility to the tension, making it impossible for the public to dismiss the situation. Williams himself remained enigmatic. In interviews, he spoke confidently, avoiding panic while hinting at awareness of the underlying risks. Fans noticed a subtle shift in tone, humor mixed with caution, defiance tempered by strategy. Every public statement was dissected, and the suspense reached a fever pitch as viewers tried to determine whether Williams was fully aware of the stakes and how he planned to navigate them. Even celebrity peers joined the conversation. Some expressed concern publicly, offering cryptic messages of support, while others commented indirectly, acknowledging the drama without naming specifics. Each interaction added layers to the unfolding story, turning it into a complex web of influence, caution, and suspense. The narrative extended beyond Williams and Howard, encompassing a network of entertainers, fans, and media observers. What made this chapter truly shocking was the balance between threat and control. Terrence Howard's revelation had introduced an element of danger, but Williams' measured responses and careful planning transformed the story from panic into suspense. It became a demonstration of how awareness, strategy, and presence of mind can turn even the most alarming warnings into an opportunity to assert authority, command respect, and maintain personal safety. By the middle of this saga, the public realized the stakes were real. Williams' life, reputation, and career were intertwined in a narrative that demanded attention. Fans debated endlessly. Would he confront the threat head-on, quietly navigate it, or respond in unexpected ways? Every new interview, performance, or public sighting became a piece of a high-stakes puzzle. The cultural impact of this story cannot be overstated. It highlighted the precarious balance public figures maintain between visibility and vulnerability. Terrence Howard's warning, paired with Williams' strategic approach, became a case study in celebrity influence, crisis management, and real-world stakes behind the glamour of entertainment. Fans, media, and insiders watched closely, analyzing not just the events, but the deeper implications for personal safety, reputation, and public perception. As days turned into weeks, the suspense continued. Howard's warning lingered in the background, a constant reminder that danger could manifest in unexpected ways. Meanwhile, Williams' deliberate actions demonstrated that fear could be managed with strategy and experience. His ability to remain calm under pressure while maintaining his public persona became a lesson in resilience for fans and peers alike. By the end of this chapter, it was clear the saga wasn't just about celebrity drama. It was about strategy, perception, and control. Terrence Howard's revelation had set the stage, but Katt Williams' handling of the situation ensured that the story would be remembered as much for his poise as for the shocking warning. The narrative concluded on a note of suspense and empowerment. Howard's warning had shaken fans, but Williams' response elevated him, showing that awareness and preparation could transform even the most alarming warnings into an opportunity to demonstrate control, resilience, and authority. In the end, the story became a defining moment in entertainment culture, a reminder that even the brightest stars face shadows, but strategic thinking, courage, and awareness can turn potential danger into a lesson in survival and influence. The world watched, waited, and learned, forever captivated by the tension, drama, and shock of this real-life saga. The shocking revelation by Terrence Howard about Katt Williams has sent shockwaves across the entertainment world, and now it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think? Is Katt Williams really in danger, or is this a warning meant to protect him? The stakes are high, the tension is real, and fans everywhere are debating the implications. If this story shocked you, hit that like button to show your support and make sure more people see the drama unfold. Don't forget to subscribe for nonstop updates, insider insights, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. This saga is still developing, and every new update could change everything. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you Team Katt Williams, or do you think there's more to Terrence Howard's warning than meets the eye? Share your opinions, theories, and predictions. Your comment could be part of the viral conversation that's taking the internet by storm. Share this video with friends, family, and fellow fans of entertainment drama. This isn't just celebrity news, it's a real-life thriller unfolding in front of millions of eyes. Be part of the story, stay engaged, and follow every shocking development as it happens. The story isn't over, and your voice matters. Comment, like, share, and stay tuned. The next chapter could be even more shocking.